let's talk about the interface. So I told you one of the main reasons why I don't like this TV is the lack of HDMI ports. It just feels like Sony it purposely give this TV so that people will buy the 940e instead. So I don't understand why there aren't 4 proper HDMI ports on this TV. Especially again, this TV cost me $2,500 in 2017. That's almost OLED. That's in OLED territory, and you're telling me they couldn't put 4 proper HDMI ports on this TV. The other thing is, I'm just not a fan of Android TV. I want to do a review on the NVIDIA Shield right after I'm done with this. But the interface, I like the interface. I like the interface well enough, but it feels really basic. And nothing about this interface makes sense to me. Like if I hold down the button, I've had this TV for 3 weeks, and I have yet to figure out how to change my icons and move my icons around and set things the way I want to. I know you can do it on this TV, but if I hold it down, like on every other UI, if I hold on to this, I should be able to somehow, and I didn't even mean to do this, so let me click out of that, but I should be able to easily, intuitively know how to change my icons around or move things around. And the search button keeps coming up even if I'm not clicking on it, or the voice search button keeps coming up even though I'm not clicking on it at all. That's annoying. That's driving me a little crazy. So again, this is really crazy. Like I haven't yet figured out how to actually set and change my menu, because I don't want all of these crappy apps here. I want to be able to select my own apps. The other thing about this TV is I feel like it's purposefully gimped, because I don't really have access to a lot of apps on this, and I'm pretty sure Google Play has a lot more available apps. So you go up here to Sony Select, and these are the apps that you can choose from to install. So you have your basics. You have your Amazon Video, your Netflix, your Hulu, Vudu, your 4K Ultra app, which is Sony's crappy app that allows you to view their UHD Blu-rays. And don't even get me started on Sony's crappy policy towards that, because when you buy a Sony 4K Blu-ray player, the redemption code only allows you to watch your redeem movies in 4K on this TV, on Sony Bravia TVs, through this app. So if you click on the 4K Ultra app, look how terrible this interface is, how absolutely horrendous this interface is. And look how slow and sluggish everything is. This video is going to be 20 minutes just because all the apps are taking so long to load. I mean, look at this. This is unacceptable. And it has this weird tray thing. So instead of one window where you can kind of scroll up and down, sort and filter all your stuff, and actually view the movies that you actually own, you actually have to you have to scroll through all of this crap. Like here, I own Spider-Man 2 in UHD. Or actually, it's only showing up in. Yeah, this sucks because it's supposed to show up in UHD, HDR, but it's not. Oh wait, I had that on Google Play. That's why it doesn't show up. But yeah, none of this makes any sense to me. So if you go here, then you see I own Ghostbusters in 4K UHD. But this app doesn't clearly show me the stuff that I actually own or that actually recognizes from Ultraviolet. The Sony stuff I own from Ultraviolet. Look at this. You're stuck in this kind of side-scrolling hell. There's nothing. You can't sort it at all. Look at this. There's no sort function. You click here, and here. This is your library. Your library. I want to say library, but. So this is your library. Your library. So look, it kind of just groups all your TV and your movies, and it doesn't even show my full library at all. At all. Look at this. This is just unacceptably awful. And I only have like 3 or 4 movies that are actually redeemed in 4K. That are redeemed in 4K. That actually even Sony movies that are redeemed in 4K that are actually showing up in this thing. And that's Ghostbusters, Chappie, and I don't know what the other one is. And then so here, Magnificent 7. I own the 4K for Magnificent 7 and The Shallows, but it doesn't show up in this app like it's supposed to. See, that's. And then here you scroll over, you scroll back. Here, let's see what happens if I go all the way down here to TV. So now it only brings up the TV stuff. That's good, but there's no option for me to just look at movies. See? So my library only lets me sort by grouping everything together, or I could go down here and click the TV button, and that's way at the bottom. That is a wretched interface. It's just wretched. And the fact that Sony forces you to use this crappy thing is just unacceptable to me. So here, let me just kind of get out of this. And Vudu, the Vudu app, implementation of Vudu on this TV doesn't include the 4K Vudu. So none of my 30 movies that I have in ultraviolet, my Dolby Vision movies don't work on here, and nothing works. So here, I'm gonna, but see how sluggish and not responsive this is? God, this sucks. Doing this review is kind of pissing me off even more because honestly, I actually only use I use my Samsung player for all my apps and I just picked up a Roku box as well. But yeah, one day I'm gonna do a whole 20-minute thing on Vudu. So here, Sully, I own a UHD. Why is this so slow? Unresponsive. But I can only watch it on HDX here. So this interface actually is the same as on the other Vudu apps, so that's good. So let's get out of that. If it would ever go back, because I'm clicking the buttons. But notice how sluggish everything is. Just notice that. Netflix is actually great. The thing I love about Netflix is you buy Netflix, and every Netflix app on almost every device works exactly the same. So it's very device agnostic. Or actually no, it's not, because where's my 4K section? Where's my 4K section, Netflix? Oh my God! Over here, there's no. Oh, there it is. So here it is, right here. You have your 4K section. I wonder if. See, I want to click on this, but it may. But this may not. I wonder if this will block. If this would trigger a blockage. And actually, it did trigger a blockage, so I'm cutting that part out of the video. So yeah, that's nice. But here's the crapper. I've been watching a lot of YouTube in the last few months, and I never actually watched YouTube until this year, even though I've been on YouTube for years, because we have over 2 million views to our channel. But I've never actually watched YouTube all that much. And I wish there was a YouTube button on this TV. Where's the YouTube button? You would think that would be there. Let me see if I can figure. Oh, that's under Sony Select. So that's why I can't view it. So here, let me go back here to Home. And let me take one look at. So where's my YouTube? Ah, here we go. You can actually access your PlayStation Video Store here, which is good. You can access your Google Play Store, which is good. You click your YouTube button. Everything with this TV just feels harder than necessary. So look at this YouTube interface for Google Play, for Google TV. This is awful. Look how just awful this is. Like, and I'm going to show you an example in a second, but look at this. I'm going to have to Batman and Robin. But look how old school this interface is. There's no... You have to scroll over here to... It doesn't provide recommendations. Well, here, it doesn't provide recommendations, and I'm signed in. I'm signed into the app. Oh, there's your recommendations, but you can't go over here and view it. There's nothing at top. Like, and I'm going to show you the difference between this YouTube app and every other YouTube app that I have on all my other devices. So this interface looks like it's 5 years old. So if you scroll over, you have your upload library, your history, and all of that stuff, all your subscriptions, which is all well and good. So I'm going to switch over to the proper interface in 3. So this is the YouTube interface on my Samsung 4K player. See how much nicer it is. If you can get rid of that stupid Samsung signed in thing. So see how up here you have the recommended bar, you have your technology bar, you have your gaming, so you have your categories right up here. Very nice, easy to move around. I wish I could customize this bar because I don't want comedy, I don't want news, I don't want sports or any of that kind of stuff. I want food. I'm hungry. So yeah, see how nice it is, see how quick, see how gorgeous this interface is. And like if I want to get to 4K, I could easily scroll over here to 4K, see what kind of 4K stuff is available. See, I don't know how people get away with showing video clips. Although I will say the studios have been nicer about releasing my clips because, hey, they gave me permission to use it and I'm just starting to recognize it a little more. But here, let's go to Ultra HD High Planet Earth, see what we get here. But see that? Look at the black levels on this TV. And this is an LCD TV, people. And like I said, if all you care about is picture quality, then this is the TV to get. I mean, 65-inch TV for $2,000, with this kind of picture quality, is actually pretty darn amazing. And when I say it's $2,500, I mean it's $2,500 because by the time you purchase the TV, which is $2,000 plus your taxes, that's $2,150, and then your Geek Squad protection was another $300. So you're looking at like $2,450. Again, that's OLED territory, and it's one of the reasons. But the problem is you just have to make too many compromises with this TV. And I think that's a damn shame because it's a really nice TV. I wish it didn't have Android TV. The other thing about the Android TV that I really don't like, and it's not necessarily Android's fault, it's the fault of Xfinity. Xfinity, for some reason, does not like Android. So half of my apps won't even work because Xfinity doesn't support it. So here, so again, let's go back to YouTube here. And now you see the difference and you see why I'm complaining. Because look at this. YouTube interface here. And can I take a photo of this? This is the YouTube interface on Google TV. And I think I'm capturing it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to use a new Sony camcorder. And I'm trying not to speak a million miles a minute because I'm just not in the mood today to speak really fast, and I want to be clear on why I don't like this TV. So then if you go over here, So let's go back to the UHD, to the Samsung. And again, you notice the difference. There's a huge difference here. And I may actually do some picture tests in a few minutes in a separate video that just shows you some of these 4K videos in one like 3 or 4 minute clip, so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So yeah, this TV isn't. I love the picture quality on this TV, but everything else is hard. Everything you want to do on this TV takes like 5 or 8 steps to do. So the action menu buttons are just hard. The settings button is just ridiculously kind of weird. The other thing I don't like is you have to click. For example, if you want to see if something's playing on in HDR on the Samsung and LG TVs, you just click one or two buttons and you clearly see that HDR is playing, and you can change your HDR specific settings. On this TV doesn't really distinguish. So if you click display, and this is something you have to get used to, but I don't have any HDR thing playing. Oh, and I can't play it anyway to show it to you. So never mind this whole rant. But anyway, HDR. On the Sony and Samsung, on the Samsung and LG TVs, HDR will show up over here in the top right corner. So if you have HDR content playing, it'll show up there. You can easily click a button, and you can see, and you can on LG's Web OS, you click a button, and you can actually change your HDR settings and all that kind of stuff. On this TV, you gotta click the button, you gotta go into picture adjustments. And up here you will see that HDR is playing. Up here in the corner, if you had HDR playing, it would show up there, and then you would change all your settings down here. But you're not really. I was never really clear on if I was actually changing my HDR settings. One of the really nice things about this TV though is you can apply HDR throughout the entire thing. So let's go back over to. And again, this is my Samsung player, because Samsung. Because I like the Samsung, the apps on the Samsung player so much more. So let's go back here, go to YouTube, and actually here on the Samsung player you have HDR. So here, let's go HDR. And I think this video is running long, so I'm going to wrap it up in just a second. Oh, HDR video. 4K HDR. But so normally it would tell you on other TVs, it tells you HDR is playing normally right up here in the corner. But on this TV it doesn't. To confirm it, you have to go here. Well, actually here, let's confirm it. So 4K HDR is playing right there. And for some reason my app is running slow, but that doesn't matter, because I just want to show you now over here on the display. It only tells you it's showing 4K HDR over there in the information area. So picture adjustments. So right there it says HDR. The other nice thing about this setup is you could go here into the advanced settings, and you could change you could change your HDR settings and apply it throughout the entire thing. So here, it's actually over here on the video, HDR mode. So you can change it to whatever you want and apply it to anything. HLG, off, auto, HDR10. So that's really nice. I really like that feature. So let me just get out of this. So yeah, that's everything about this TV. Overall, I love the picture quality. Sorry for the half-assed nature of this, but it is what it is. I love the picture quality on this TV, but the interface and the lack of HDMI ports on it ruins the entire experience for me. So yes, I did return this TV. I'm getting the OLED C7 delivered on Wednesday. I know I would love that TV because I had the B6 for 11 months before it failed on me, so this is just the next model up. The only thing I don't like about the OLED C7 that I bought is I'm going to have to sacrifice the 65-inch for the 55-inch version because I don't want to pay you know, $1,000 premium, and it's $1,000 plus taxes, mind you, so that's more like $1,200 or $1,100 premium just to get 10 extra inches. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked this review. If you did, please click the like and subscribe button. I want to do a few more video tests and specific reviews on this TV before I send it back in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. Talk to you guys later. Bye.